from the preliminary information that you have. Good evening. Well, of course, we're not very happy about the fact that we were able to tie in the end. The game allowed for the 2 points that we are leaving this game with. We are all very aware of the format of this league. If we are going to advance to the next rank, we need at least 7 points. So that is putting some pressure on us to win in the next game. So this is something that makes us a little sad. And more than that, this is a decision that was made. When you make a decision, you need to be able to concede less. We were doing good, I think. We're trying to play forward and starting during in the second half of the game, we started making mistakes, and those mistakes are costly. You need to find the strength, the mental strength to uh, turn the tables around. I think that this tie made us have a a much better state of mind for the second half. But suddenly, just we couldn't score. It took us a while, and I think we were a little nervous. We needed to bring in players who were a little more fresh. And yes, that second half, that second goal was hard for us. The rival started growing and growing stronger. So it, I feel that the attitude during the second half, at least, was something that I enjoyed because the team were just performing at their best, trying to score. I feel like this goal right at the last second was almost like a reward for all that hard work, but we are not happy when our team makes this many mistakes in such decisive games. Of course, this was a there was a blow. He was a little dizzy after that hit, but he's doing well. Hello, coach. I'm Ernesto Guevara. You mentioned some of the mistakes. Can you pinpoint some of those mistakes? The tie goal was a result of two changes with Chiquito Zúñiga. And is Zúñiga one of the best additions that you've had before the League's Cup and for the opening of the league, of the Mexican League? Yes, the changes were looking for more offensive stance. I think we had some changes playing with the wingers, and this helped change a little bit of our offensive play game. Of course, the expectations were different, and yes, there were some pretty good um, strikes from different parts of the box. But the rival was excellent. Our opponent was excellent. I feel like I noticed that our team tried to play in inventive ways. I really enjoy the characteristics of our rival as well. But I feel like our team was also very well connected, and we're trying to be a dangerous team with every opponent. And I feel like we're happy about the promising, well, some of our players are. Hi, coach. I'm Willie Barroeta from Alpha Media. Our station covers Real Salt Lake. You speak of the pressure that you were under for this match. The expectation of scoring a goal was 3 times smaller than that of your opponents, but you ended up in a tie. What happened? Was the pressure to win more on the forward side of the field? Because I believe at some point you were playing, your game was superior than theirs. Well, in the end, what really makes a difference is clear goal opportunities and, of course, being decisive when it comes to striking. And I think the mistakes we made were very serious. I mean, when our strikers went all the way out with Malagon, to face their goalie, I don't remember any other games where we have been giving away all these opportunities in a decisive game such as this one. So I agree with you. The situations were there, the opportunities were there, but we were unable to materialize them all. Of course, we ended up having some important moments like with Brian, but I feel what hurts the most is the lack of consistency. We want to be more consistent in the matches, and that is something that I always emphasize. And consistency has everything to do with not conceding as much to our opponent. And in this sense, we didn't do good today. The last question, there's a whole level of excitement when it comes to penalty rounds. What happened there? All the players from the Real Salt Lake scored. The, I mean, there was only one of the players that missed. What happened? Why? Three players missed a penalty. What happened here? No, I think it's very difficult when it comes to penalty rounds. Always very hard to explain. Uh, of course, there are players who are known for a really long time who hardly ever miss a penalty. I feel when it comes to making decisions for penalty rounds, as far as I remember in training, we had are some of the best strikers that we have, and two of them missed tonight. It's very hard to understand why. We just trained yesterday, so we were prepared for that from since Mexico. We have been working, training on penalties, and yes, we have some of our players missed who are excellent players in their leagues. Difficult to understand, to be honest, difficult to explain what happens with penalties. We have one question from Zoom, Fernando Trujillo. Good evening, Andre. So, after everything we have seen so far, more than this than a striker, are there any other positions that you believe would be worth reinforcing? I don't think this is the right time to be thinking of these changes. Otherwise, it would be, what's the point? This is actually the right time to reflect upon what we're doing, review and rewatch the game with a cold head to try to better understand what is going on, where these mistakes came from, and maybe talk to some of the players. It's important for us to approach them as well and to know, to trust, and understand that these are faces and this is soccer and this happens. It's happened to us before, but of course, it's a little different this time in this league. But we are, of course, very focused now in performing to our best levels in the next games. A lot of hard work has to be done, and we will be focusing on it. Thank you very much, Coach.